Come in, come in.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Your native state is what? Maharashtra?
No, sir, Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh?
Yes, sir.
Then I can see something in Maharashtra. You
I was born in Maharashtra, sir, Nasik district.
were born and brought up also.
Majorly in Bangalore, sir, for 22 years.
Why Bangalore?
So my father is a retired IF sergeant. So due to
Retired?
retired Indian Air Force sergeant, sir. For
He was
that,
in teaching.
sorry, sir.
He was in teaching side.
No, sir, Indian Air Force, sir. Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Sergeant, sir. So due to that, I have been to 2-3 states, sir, in my life.
But mostly in Bangalore?
Yes, sir.
Schooling also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which area of Bangalore?
Hospitality, sir. It is 20 kilometers away from the airport. 5 kilometers away from Yelahanka.
Have you seen all of Bangalore?
Not all of Bangalore, sir. Some places.
Like what?
Sir, Yelahanka, places near some places near Electronic City. This Nandi Hills that is near airport, like that, sir.
Not Kapan Park and Lal Bagh and all.
I have been to Kaban Park, Lal Bagh, sir, in 4th class via a school trip. Not
You were going back, 4th class, you won't remember.
after that, sir, not much, sir.
What do you know about the ITPL complex in Bangalore? There's something called ITPL.
I have not heard of it, sir. Not know much about it.
You do not know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you been to HAL?
HAL, sir. Not inside the facility, sir, but from the outside I've seen it, sir.
So since your father was in the Air Force, I thought some interest must have evoked.
I have interest in this fighter pilots transport aircraft, sir. But I have not been to the premises of the HAL, sir.
Our PM has recently announced the names of 4 astronauts who are going in the Gaganyaan.
Yes, sir.
Can you recall some of them? Who are these people?
Sir, they are the fighter pilots of the Indian Air Force. Sir, I cannot recall the name right now.
They're not fighter pilots, they're test pilots. Test pilots are different from fighter pilots. You know the meaning of test pilots? Who is a test pilot in Indian Force?
Sir, exact meaning I don't know, sir. But sir, I have heard that they had flown some fighter jets, sir, so I had thought that they are fighter pilots.
Why you heard? Didn't you read with lots of interest on this?
I'm sorry, sir, I had read in the newspaper, sir.
In any case, what do you know about the entire Gaganyaan project?
So Gaganyaan is a human spaceflight program of India. It is a very ambitious project where we will be placing 2 or 3 Indians into the outer orbit of the Earth, approximately 304 kilometers away. We have a module and some 2-3 more modules are present in that, sir. And the test flight had been conducted, sir, I believe in 2022 regarding the first phase. And in 2024 or 2025, we have a plan to launch these people, sir. The 3 Shaktis, sir.
What do we expect to achieve from this Gaganyaan project? In tangible terms, what do we get?
Sir, I believe we will be the 4th country, sir, who will achieve this achievement. It will be a very good accomplishment for India. But apart from that, the scientific achievements is also something that will excite us, sir. Because many things in the space that we learn, it will help us to launch other ambitious projects such as Indian-owned this space station. Also, we have a plan to launch Indians to the moon by 2035 or 2040. So in that way it helps, sir.
You are a product of NIT Surat.
Yes, sir.
Is it rated a very high NIT?
Sir, in the NIRF ranking, it is ranked at number 12 in the 2023.
Number 12.
Yes, sir.
And then in that ranking, which is number 1?
Sir, number 1 I do not know about, sir.
You only know about number 12. And you have done civil engineering?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, civil engineering requires lots of construction and other activities.
Yes, sir.
And that leads to pollution.
Yes, sir.
And impacts the climate change, right?
Yes, sir.
What can be done in terms of reducing the carbon footprints in the civil engineering area?
Can I have a couple of seconds, sir? Sir, there have been a push to build more of green structures, green buildings. I think that is one thing that we can do, sir.
Green building?
Yes, sir.
What is a green building?
So green building is a type of building that has sustainable features to it. It is environment friendly, it is resource efficient, and there are some more features to it, sir.
What about replacing cement? Cement itself is a great climate.
Sir, we can add some admixtures to the cement, sir, so that the CO2 emissions.
Asbestos?
Admixtures, sir, such as fly ash or plastics like that, sir. Admixtures, sir, so that the strength would increase at the same time.
How cement is made?
Sir,
How cement is made?
Sir, it is extracted from limestone, majorly from the limestone through quarrying activities. After that, it undergoes some water. It is placed under a kiln, electric kiln or a coal-based power plant kiln. After that, the gypsum is added to it to improve its hardening properties. And the other process I cannot.
Have you heard something called green cement? What
No, sir.
it is made of? Green cement.
Sir, I do not have the details for that, sir.
You have not read about it.
No, sir.
All right. What was your optional paper?
Mathematics, sir.
Mathematics.
Yes, sir.
It is generally believed that a person who is in command of mathematics has a more reasoning and precise thinking and cognitive ability.
Yes, sir.
How it helps?
Sir, I believe mathematics is a subject that needs more of practice. There are certain theorems, certain formulas, certain proofs, and at times we have to solve a question utilizing all these concepts, sir. So in that way, it improves our analytical skills, sir. Also, the mindfulness is required, sir. For example, even if we make one step wrong, the entire answer will be wrong, sir. Apart from that, also, sir, I believe, sir, the practice is something, sir, that is the reason why people have more of mental ability, sir.
Can you name some great ancient Indian mathematicians and what they contributed to the field?
So the first name comes to my mind is Jai Vats, sir. He had given the value of pi up to 3 decimal places, correct decimal places, sir. Also, he had contributed to trigonometric achievements, sir. Bhaskara, the second is also, sir, he wrote 3 important mathematical textbooks, sir. Also, such as Brahmagupta, Varaha Mira, they had written some important books in this context, sir.
What is Leelavati?
Sir, Leelavati is a ancient mathematics book that was written by Bhaskar the second, sir. Sir, the details that is contained in the book I am not aware about it, sir.
But you know about Leelavati?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the Ramanujan formula? Number?
Sir, it is the smallest number that can be added as the sum of cubes of 2 numbers in 2 different
And
ways.
what is that number?
So it is 1729.
1729. Correct. Name some leading mathematicians, Indian mathematicians today of international fame.
Sir, in men's, I remember Chandrasekhar Khare, who has worked in the field of Serre conjecture. And sir, in women, Dr. Neena Gupta is quite famous.
There is a equivalent of Nobel Prize in mathematics.
Yes, sir.
You know about that? What is that?
Sir, it is, I believe, Abel Prize.
Yeah. So who has got it? Indians.
Sir, in my opinion, sir, as far as I can remember, an Indian citizen did not win that, sir. But there had been an Indian American.
Yeah, that's what I mean actually. Yeah.
Sir, I had read about him, sir. I am not exactly remember.
That's
his
fine.
name, sir.
Don't remember, it's fine, Mr. Balavar.
So, since you are a mathematical veteran, so what is today's special in relation to today's date?
Sir, today is International Kidneys Day and International Mathematics Day.
Why? Why Mathematics Day is celebrated? What is the significance? Why it is only celebrated on today?
Sir, the exact reason I am not aware of, sir.
I think because today is World Pi Day.
I read about it in the newspaper. Thank you for reminding me.
So, coming back to the subjective things,
Yes, sir.
there are a lot of thoughts about or talks about the ethics in civil services.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell something about accountability and transparency and why they are relevant in today's context?
Can I have a moment, sir? So, if a civil servant has to dedicate himself to the public, he needs to be accountable and be transparent as far as possible, sir. So because only then whatever duties he is supposed to follow, whatever obligations that he has, only then can a normal public, a normal citizen can ask him that you were supposed to do these things, why this has not been done. In that context, accountability is important. It will also, I believe, sir, it will also act as a check, as a balance on the civil servant. And sir, transparency as far as right to information is concerned, it is a fundamental right. And sir, only after transparency, our media channels, our newspapers, and our NGOs, only then they can make governments and the civil servants accountable, sir.
So you mean to say that if there are no acts, people should not be accountable?
I'm sorry, sir.
You are told that RTI is there, media is there.
Yes, sir.
This is the only reason why public servants should be accountable. I'm talking about ethics.
Sir, I believe the ethical qualities such as honesty, integrity, probity, these can only be checked in a fair and robust manner, sir, if a person is accountable, if a person is transparent. So if you have to evaluate these qualities and keep a check on these qualities, sir, ethical qualities, then I believe, sir, it is important, these two things.
And while working in public services, you will be holding a custodian duties for the public funds also.
Yes, sir.
So you must be more transparent to whatever the amount you are spending, whatever the schemes you are implementing for the people.
Exactly.
So any idea what is different between scheme and programs? When we talk about the welfare of the people, spending of public money, the role of schemes and programs come into picture.
Yes.
What is different between schemes and programs?
Sir, the exact technical difference I'm not aware about, sir, between the two.
Right. So, just in relation to that, you might have heard about the fiscal and monetary policy of government.
Yes, sir.
So, please explain the interlinkage between fiscal and monetary policy.
Sir, fiscal policy is a macroeconomic policy that is majorly made by the Government of India, the Minister of Finance. And the monetary policy is a policy that is formed by the Monetary Policy Committee, sir. I believe it is RBI governor. Sir, the linkage is multidimensional, sir, in nature. For example, whatever changes that will be affected by the fiscal policy, the Monetary Policy Committee will have to ensure that those changes are also made in the monetary policy, so that the inflation, also to some extent the lending power of the banks and the people who are getting loans, all those things can be controlled, sir. Also the yes.
Do you have any idea that in recent time there was some divergence between the fiscal and monetary policy? Can you elaborate one or two instances in which the monetary policy and fiscal policies were not in tandem and there was criticism that government and RBI are locking their heads on that?
Sir, I believe this happened when Urjit Patel was RBI governor, sir. If the same incident has happened after that, I'm not aware of that, sir.
So recently, government has opposed the Bitcoin,
Yes, sir.
but again, government is contemplating Lakshmi as digital currency of future.
Yes, sir.
And recently, SPMCL, I think you are aware with MCL, who is printing the currency notes for the country. In their annual function, Honorable FM has told that you have to move from physical currency to digital currency.
Yes, sir.
So, what are your views on that? At one angle, we are opposing the bitcoins and now promoting the digital currency Lakshmi. How do you foresee that?
Sir, I believe these two are different content. These two things are very different. Cryptocurrency is a currency that is in an electronic form, which is transmitted in a blockchain-like technology, sir. But there is no central command, central authority who can keep a check on that, and that is why some black money, black marketing, such type of anti-social activities can take place over here. Sir, electronic currency, digital currency is a completely different thing. We will have RBI and in other countries, their central bank will keep a check on the activities of the digital currency. And sir, they are very important as far as the economic cost, social cost, those things are concerned, sir. Ease of doing business. So in that context, electronic currency, electronic money will be beneficial.
But don't you think people in India are lacking their digital knowledge? They can easily fall prey to all these scams. Scams, you must have heard that some account money
Yes,
is
sir.
transferred. So what will be your view in case somebody loses the money?
Sir, that is true. In India, digital literacy is quite less. But sir, RBI has taken several measures to promote awareness generation programs and to increase the digital literacy of the people, sir. And sir, the UPI has been a very successful thing in this regard. 40% of our digital transactions, electronic digital transactions, are taken via UPI. And sir, the fraud rate is quite less here. And if a person loses money, then sir, there should be some robust mechanism to keep a check on these fraudulent activities. And I believe, sir, we have all the mechanisms that can ensure these things take place at a reduced rate.
So lastly, you are belonging to Bangalore. I think you have passed your 10th class and 12th class from Bangalore.
Yes, sir. Kendra Vidyalaya.
So nowadays Bangalore is passing through a severe water crisis.
Yes, sir.
And people are not even getting good quality drinking water also.
Yes, sir.
So are we going toward the notion that the third world war will be fought on water? And what are the specific issues with regard to your city?
Sir, as far as the Third World War is concerned, I do not have much information regarding that, sir. But sir, there are some specific challenges to the Bangalore city, sir. Sir, the first is rapid pace of industrialization and some agricultural activities have taken place in the city, sir. Due to that, and also lack of micro irrigation techniques, rainwater harvesting mechanisms, they are quite less in the Bangalore city. That is one major concern, sir. Apart from that, sir, I have also heard from the people, they do not have much regard with respect to water saving techniques, sir. Like I have talked to some of the people there, they say, ho jayega, sarkar kar degi. They are of that opinion. So I think an awareness generation program is required, sir, to change this notion, this mentality. And sir, apart from that, the Bangalore was once known as the green city. I do not believe, sir, it is right now perfectly called to be as a green city, sir. Green spaces should be built, sir. Urban forestation, reforestation activities that should be taken place in Bangalore.
As a civil engineer, what you can contribute to our city?
Sir, specifically in terms of water harvesting systems.
Of course, this is the latest challenge. Plus, there are disaster-related issues also.
Yes, sir.
Few times back, there was some water crisis also in regard to the disposal and all those things. There was flooding.
Yes, sir.
People have encroached the land. People have encroached the areas from where drains were originally planned and made.
Yes,
So
sir.
how these things can be countered? Because on the one way you have to seek the development, you have to increase because it is fastly becoming a metro city.
Yes, sir.
So in that way, what are your views? What can be done in a quick manner?
So I believe the green buildings, green infrastructure is the key, sir, to some extent, because a green building comes with rainwater harvesting system, renewable energy solutions. In that regard, water will be saved, sir. In the secondary, sir, urban floods is also a concern that is happening in Bangalore more than ever. So I believe concrete pavements are good as far as development is concerned, but at the same time, as I had mentioned, sir, green spaces and green buildings, green spaces, urban forestation, reforestation, these activities should be made, sir, in the Bangalore city. As a civil engineer, I can definitely help in this regard, sir. And sir, that is how I think more rainwater will be seeping into the ground, and maybe we will be having a good water table, sir.
Right, sir.
Tell me, you were born in Nasik
Yes, sir.
and have spent most of your life in Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
But you have given your first choice Uttar Pradesh. Why?
Yes, sir, I honestly think that if I am given any state, I'll be more than happy there to serve my country in the best possible manner. But sir, as I was given a card of preference, I chose UP because I believe, sir, UP is the powerhouse, economic powerhouse of India. Currently, it is improving its socio-economic development in a very rapid rate.
How do you say UP is the economic powerhouse of India?
Sir, I believe that because the youth population is very high in Uttar Pradesh. Demographic dividend is a potential that needs to be explored, needs to be harnessed in Uttar Pradesh.
But how will you explore the demographic dividend when there is no employment for the youth?
Sir, the unemployment rate is reducing in Uttar Pradesh, sir. There have been many projects such as Defence Industrial Corridor, recent inauguration of Ayodhya Ram Temple. The expressways are building.
But the overall unemployment is the highest in the last 50 years. 45% is the unemployment of the youth. So in that situation, how many jobs are you providing, and what are the extent of the unemployment in Uttar Pradesh itself?
Sir, the exact data of unemployment in Uttar Pradesh I am not aware about, sir. But sir, I believe this is a very big concern, especially in the Uttar Pradesh, sir. And I have a very optimistic thought, sir, that if we are implementing some of the policies, some of the programs in the right direction, for example, in primary, tertiary, secondary activities, in this quaternary activities, there is a huge potential in the Uttar Pradesh, and that is the reason, sir, I believe it will be a powerhouse, sir.
Isn't it just the opposite, that you would choose Uttar Pradesh because it is an underdeveloped state, and you would be able to contribute better as an administrator there, in compared to maybe Bangalore or in a southern state which are relatively financially, economically better developed than the northern India, especially Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is in the backwaters of India's.
Yes, sir.
So isn't that an argument rather than saying that it is an economic powerhouse?
Sir, I think, sir, I said I believe it is. I believe it will be a powerhouse, sir. And I was talking about the future, sir. That I want to contribute it and make it a powerhouse, sir.
Tell me, what is the issue about the electoral bond scheme?
Yes, sir.
What was the government's defense about the scheme? And what was the response of the Supreme Court when it passed it to those specific provisions that the government defended?
Sir, I believe it happened on 15th February, sir. But the exact data regarding the government's defense, sir, and the Supreme Court defense, I am not very much aware about, sir. I am aware about the Supreme Court's judgment, sir, but not the government side, sir.
Okay. What did the Supreme Court say?
So the Supreme Court majorly gave this verdict so that this anonymity which is happening, it is increasing the alliance between the private corporates and the government. This nexus is happening, which is completely non-transparent and non-accountable. And in that context, it said that this particular scheme needs to be revoked.
Achha, you have no idea as to why the government defended the anonymity, is it?
Yes, sir. I cannot really exact.
Okay. Tell me another case that came up very recently about the case of Sai Baba and 5 others who were arrested for the last 10 years under UAPA, and they were discharged. First by the High Court, and then the government went against High Court order, and then the Supreme Court. And Supreme Court and the Bombay High Court made some strong statements about UAPA, about the government's use of UAPA. What were the statements that the court made?
Sir, I apologize, sir. I have not read this particular case in detail, sir. Sai Baba case, sir.
Okay. You have any idea about what is called those donkey flights, donkey journeys which relate? Any idea about that?
I had watched the movie, sir, recent movie, this donkey movie, sir. Is it regarding that, sir? Donkey route, sir.
This is about illegal immigration.
Yes,
that's happening. What were the recent developments which has brought this to national and international attention?
Sir, around a month ago, there was a man from Punjab who was extradited back from Latin America. He was using this same illegal route, and also there had been some cases where Indian nationals have been flying to Russia, and there are some agents who are misleading them into joining the Russian army. I think that was the reason why this was in the news.
And a flight which was returned to India?
I have no idea regarding that, sir.
And what about the idea about these Indian youth, the unemployed youth being sent to Russia and Israel, and who are under the pretext of employment and who are being deployed to fight the war against Ukraine and against Hamas in Gaza? What do you think about this? Because they are given an incentive of very high salary compared to what they can earn in the country. Is that a good idea?
So in my opinion, I think this is not a very good idea, sir. We are considering the case what has happened to some of the Indians in the Russia. It is a very concerning, very worrisome trend, sir. And we should.
What happened to Indians in Russia?
So there were some Indian agents who told these Indian peoples that you will be traveling to the Russia on a tourist visa. And in Russia, there were some agents who tricked them to go to Belarus. And there are some good sites that are in the Belarus. You should see them. And that way, when they went there, they did not know that a separate visa is required in the Belarus. And that is how some military personnel tricked them there, sir.
There was a controversy about a judge of the Calcutta High Court
Yes.
who resigned and the same day
Yes, sir.
declared that he is joining a political party.
Yes, sir.
That brings into light the question of a cooling off period. The question is, otherwise, what kind of judgment such a judge would make
Yes, sir.
when he says that he has been in touch with the party he is planning to join for last several days, and they have made an agreement that he will formally join on this day after his resignation. So what do you think about the cooling off period for judges as well as for bureaucrats?
Sir, I believe, sir, there should be a mandatory requirement for both the judges and the bureaucrats, sir. Because, sir, to ensure that they fulfill their obligation, their duties in a fair and a robust manner, it is required that such type of offers, such type of incentives should be eliminated as far as possible. The cooling off period basically helps them to think in a different way that even if I favor this particular political party, I could not join or I could not get the benefits for 2 years or the 5 years. And that way I think it will reduce their mentality and would promote them to work in a more fair and transparent way.
Why has the government been resisting this?
Sir, the exact stand of the government I am not aware of, sir. I believe they. No, sir, I don't think I should make a guess, sir. I am not aware of this.
Okay.
Jai,
Yes, sir.
I want to go from Delhi to Surat
Yes, sir.
by train.
Yes, sir.
Describe from here, you don't know any train, and what would be my point? Do I get direct train? I go from via Mangalore. Just describe in 2-3 minutes.
Sir, there is a train that starts from Anand Vihar. I am not recollecting it.
Absolutely no. Just tell me the train route.
Sir, there is my friend who lives in the Delhi and he used to travel from the same train. I believe it starts from Anand Vihar. It passes through Rajasthan, Madhya
Not
Pradesh,
interested. The where do I get down?
at Surathkal railway station, sir.
Surat Railway.
Yes, sir.
Does Surat have a beach there?
Yes, sir.
How do you rate the beach? If you have seen other beaches also?
I have been to Kanyakumari and
Tell me, how is Surat beach? I heard a lot about it.
sir, it is very beautiful to some extent,
All
sir.
beaches are good.
Sir, I think the speciality lies in that particular beach is its depression is quite high. In that way, it is quite slopey. If a person does not know the art of swimming, it is difficult. It is life-threatening for him. But I have known the art of swimming, sir. So for
All beaches have the problems of water bottles, the paper, the wrappers.
yes, sir.
What about Surat?
The Surathkal also to some extent had this issue, sir. But our college had a separate beach and on private basis. And sir, on monthly basis, they asked the students to clean that beach.
Surat beach is regarded as the cleanest beach. Now,
Thank you for it.
sir, I was asking you, I have also that mind. How many years you have stayed in UP?
Uttar Pradesh, sir.
Uh,
I have never stayed in
you have
UP.
never stayed.
But
It
I
doesn't matter so long. I mean, you may get Tamil Nadu card, you have not stayed.
yes,
That
sir.
is not the case in terms of that thing. I will want to ask about Shami.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the sex issue and the literacy rate. Shami will come in good earning financially.
Yes,
Because JB was a sure thing.
Yes, sir.
But the both statistics, sex issue as well as literacy defy, generally we say, development and the social stack moves. So what is the sex ratio and what is the literacy rate in Shanti?
Sir, sex ratio, I do not have the exact data, sir, but literacy is 84%, sir.
84%.
Yes, sir.
878 is the sex ratio.
Thank you, sir.
What is the mix martial art mixing of in your hobby? What is watching the mix? What is the mixing of the martial arts?
Sir, mixed martial art is a combat sport where numerous martial arts such as striking, boxing, ground fighting, wrestling, they are combined by the athletes, sir. So that is it is mixed martial arts.
Okay. Now tell me 4 or 5 names of Indian martial arts. Some should be from North, some should be Kerala. Tell me, it's not from UP. What is the martial art in UP?
I have heard of Pehlwani, sir.
Pahlwani, yes, that well, yes. Come to the other state.
Sir, from Tamil Nadu, Adimurai is famous.
There.
It is a secondary name of Kalari Payattu.
Come from the Kalaripattu. It's the second name.
Sorry, sir, not second name. It is a more or less secondary version of Kalari Payattu.
Kalaripattu is from where?
From Kerala and Tamil Nadu both, sir, but majorly from Kerala.
Kerala.
Yes, sir.
Malakham.
Malakham, sir, I cannot recollect the state, sir. Which
But it's
is
a common in North.
okay, sir.
There is a big phenomenon that all these martial arts wrestlers, they all go from Haryana and they go to Kolhapur to learn the martial art there, Dangal basically.
Yes, sir.
What could be the reason?
Sir, in Kolhapur, a martial art known as Mardani Khel is quite famous, sir. I believe that is the reason, sir. Why?
And the soil is supposed to be the soil of the venue. What is Akhada system? Akhada.
Yes, sir.
What is Akhada?
Sir, Akhada is a type of traditional Indian gym, sir, where people majorly train in wrestling. They also climb ropes known as rassa. And also there are some equipment such as Dodi, Nalgada. They train using those equipment, sir, for the
Okay.
overall better workout.
Now, you get into IAS.
Yes, sir.
And one of your assignment is is a foreign assignment.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the country, I'm telling you the objective. I want to do, the government wants to ask Jai Vats to take some martial arts abroad. What's the countries you would have in name and what martial arts you will take?
Can I have a couple of seconds, sir?
Oh, sure.
Sir, I'll pick Brazil for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Thailand for Muay Thai, and sir, Australia for striking, sir.
I will slightly more specific.
Yes, sir.
I want you to take Kalayapattu, Tangal, Malakkam. Now tell me what would be the states, what would be the countries where people have interest or they can associate with them.
Sir, I believe Sri Lanka would be a good country for connecting.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm asking is they have to go to a country where there is some population of India. Tell me, what are those countries?
Sir, I do not have exact detail on
Of India's living.
Sir, there have been many countries, sir. Mauritius, Maldives. There are some countries in the Europe also, in Latin America also, sir.
My last question is very amusing.
Sir.
I see it. Have you been only in old Rajendra for coaching? Because you have given a permanent kind of address or correspondence, block 15, room number 53.
Yes.
Is this some PG accommodation for the civil servant aspirants?
It is not a PG accommodation, sir. It is a separate room, individual room for 3 of our friends. I've been in the old Rajendra for majorly coaching, sir. Mathematics coaching and the test series of the vision, sir.
How long you have been here?
From past 5 years, sir.
5 years.
Yes,
Have you seen 12th Fail movie?
Yes, sir.
In the end, when this boy, it's a true story, they say, he goes for the interview and he succeeds. What is the lesson you draw in it? Last scene, one of the last scenes.
So there are some things which we could see as if it is not in our interest. But if we give our full effort,
That is a general motto in life. But isn't it? He takes down his suit, tie, truthfulness is the key to the interview, especially the services.
Yes, sir. I did not think from that point of view.
Because that he says that it's a dialogue.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
What kind of motorbiking you do?
Sir, I majorly ride Bajaj Pulsar 220, sir. I majorly ride Bajaj Pulsar 220 for short trips, sir. Short bike trips.
Like from where to where?
Sir, I have been from Delhi to Jaipur, Rishikesh, Dehradun, Nainital. Also, when I was in college, I went to Baba
You go
Budhan.
solo or you have a pillion pedal also?
Sir, both the things, sir.
Both of things.
Yes, sir.
But then, apart from the joy of bike riding, there are a lot of hazards attached to that on
Yes,
Indian roads.
Sir.
How do you avoid those hazards?
So there are some important checkpoints that I always follow. So number one, I always check my bike tire pressure, the rear end or the on the front wheel. Sir. So apart from that, helmet, biking gloves, biking boots, jacket, and riding pant is something that I always wear, sir. Even if I am going for just 10 or 15 kilometers trip. Sir, the speed control, mindfulness, the dedication and the discipline that a person should follow while biking, sir, I follow all those things, sir.
How much maximum speed you can take on Indian roads in a bike?
Sir, the legal limit or the
Know your limit.
Sir, in Agra Expressway, Yamuna Expressway, I believe it is 100 kilometers per hour, sir. And in other roads, it depends, sir, with the state rules. In some states, it is 60. In others, it is 80. In Delhi, I think it is 60, sir. In some of the roads.
Not on the expressway, you go up to 100 around there.
Sir, but sir, in expressway, in majority of the expressways, bikers are not allowed. They are not allowed to run on that expressway, sir. Majorly, the bikers they actually break the rules by riding on the expressways.
A biker is not supposed to drive on the Jamuna Expressway.
Yamuna Expressway, they are allowed, sir. In other expressways, majority of the expressways, they are not allowed.
Like?
Ganga Expressway, sir. Then also there is a expressway from Delhi to Meerut. In that also they are not allowed.
But why they are not allowed?
So because in expressway the speed limit is very high. The cars that are traveling at 100-120 kilometers per hour, there is a high possibility that a small incident can be quite fatal for the bike riders. And that is the major reason, sir.
That is the major reason.
Yes.
All right. Your optional paper was mathematics only.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is the main issue that it remains to be resolved in terms of electoral reforms that will make our election system more transparent and more democratic? Some reforms have already been achieved, some are still remaining. What is on the cards?
Sir, regarding the electoral cards, the voter ID, this thing, sir. Aadhaar thing is one concern, sir, that is existing between the ECI and the government, sir. Apart from that, if there is any issue regarding the electoral reform, I'm not aware about it, sir.
You are not aware of this. All right. Now our election commission left only with the CEC.
Yes,
Two
sir.
election commissions are not there.
Yes, sir.
So can we go ahead with the single member election commission to the polls, or we must fill the two vacancies immediately? What the position of the law says on this?
Sir, as far as the law is concerned, sir, whether it is mandatory or not, I am not sure, sir. But sir, I believe today itself the two vacancies of the election commission is supposed to be done, sir. I
Why are you not aware of what is the position? What is the composition of election commission as per Article 324?
Sir, it is one CEC should be there, and the other election commissions should be present as per the opinion of the president, sir.
No, but under a law made by Parliament, it has become mandatory now to have a 1+2.
Yes, sir. I believe in 1993 it was passed.
So,
Sir.
Constitution says that it can consist of CEC and other election commissioners,
Yes,
as
sir.
President may notify.
Yes, sir.
But the law says that it will consist of CEC plus
Two election commissions. Sir.
So
Yes,
which
sir.
should the government follow? The Constitution, which can allow a single CEC body also, or its own law passed by Parliament, which mandates 1+2.
Sir, I believe government should follow both the things, sir, because in Constitution it is not mentioned that ECs should not be there, and a law has been provided, sir. It has been enacted where 2 EC should be present, sir. I believe we should follow the law as of now, sir. It will be better, sir, for us.
1+2.
Yes, sir.
But then how do you elect, appoint 2 ECs in a hurry? The elections are just on the board.
So I believe it will be difficult, sir, but there are many experts present in India, sir, and a search committee is also being formed, sir. So I believe we will be able to find good people, sir.
But now one NGO called ADR has filed a case in the Supreme Court.
Yes, sir.
Asking them to put the CGI on the selection committee.
Yes, sir.
Whereas the recent law says that it won't be CGI, won't be there.
Yes, sir.
PM, leader of opposition,
Yes, sir.
and one cabinet minister.
Yes, sir.
What is your understanding of this?
Sir, in my opinion, I think CGI should be part of the committee, sir. Because, sir, the present system which is there, it is basically supporting the executive, because PM and the Union Cabinet Minister will more or less have a similar opinion. And Election Commission, the CEC, they should be independent, sir. And that is why I believe CGI should be present of the committee. It should be a part of the committee. CGI is a member who has very high regard to the due process of law. And I believe, sir, he should be a part of this.
All right, thank you. You can go now.
Thanks, sir. Thanks.
Knowledge lacking does.
Agami, sir?
अभी आप सिर्फ तैयारी बैठ कर प्लीज सिट डाउन अभी आप तैयारी कर रहे हैं
आप एक पेन पेपर लेके आओ ना।
यहीं से ले लो नहीं तो।
नहीं वही देते हैं।
पेन पेपर दे दीजिए। यही दो।
हाँ आप सिर्फ सिविल सर्विसेज में ही लगे हैं।
Yes, sir.
This is your which attempt?
Sir, this will be my 5th attempt, sir. 5th attempt, sir.
You have one more left.
Yes, sir.
इतने कम एज में फिर बहुत अर्ली शुरू कर दिया था क्या?
कॉलेज के बाद ही स्टार्ट कर दिया था, सर।
अभी जॉब कुछ नहीं किया?
नहीं, सर।
कॉलेज के बाद ही क्यों स्टार्ट कर दिया? What was your reason? What was the
Sir,
hurry rather than preparing?
सर 2018 से ही मैंने इस बारे में पढ़ना स्टार्ट किया था कि सिविल सर्विसेज कैसे मेरे लिए एक परफेक्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी हो सकती है। प्लस मेरे एल्डर ब्रदर भी 2018 में सेलेक्ट हुए थे, तो सर बहुत पहले से ही दिमाग में था कि सिविल सर्विसेज।
अरे वो ठीक है, पर फर्स्ट टाइम मेंस लिख रहे हो इस बार?
नहीं सर, ये मेन सेकंड टाइम है सर। इंटरव्यू फर्स्ट टाइम है।
भाई किस में है? किस सर्विस?
इंडियन ऑर्डिनेंस फैक्ट्री सर्विस में थे सर। अभी डेपुटेशन तो मिनिस्टर ऑफ डिफेंस में आया।
ओके। ही got into 2018 में?
यस सर।
ठीक है, तुम्हारा परफॉर्मेंस एक जो गलत चीज लग रही है वो है कि तुमने 2-3 बार बोला कैन आई टेक अ फ्यू मोमेंट्स टू आंसर।
ओके सर।
दैट शुड नॉट बी रिपीटेड। एक बार ले लो तो बात सही है कि हमें हर एक मेंबर से पूछ लो कैन आई टेक अ, इट्स नॉट गुड।
ओके सर।
उसी से प्रोसेस करो इन्फॉर्मेशन को ऑन द स्पॉट ऑफ द मोमेंट एंड ट्राई टू आंसर। एक आध बार बोलो तो चल जाएगा, बट आई वाज मार्किंग यू एज अ चेयरमैन कि बार बार तुम बोल रहे हो सबसे कि कैन आई टेक अ फ्यू सेकंड्स एंड दे आर सेइंग ओके ओके फाइन। बार बार ठीक नहीं लगता है। इट मींस दैट यू डोंट हैव एनी alertness of the issue that is being asked. You must show an alert mind ना कि तुम बोला जाए तो तुरंत उसको रिस्पॉन्ड करो, तो बार बार उसको अवॉइड करो पूछना। This is one thing that I tell you. Otherwise, I'm happy with whatever questions I've asked you. It's fine. Your body language, your engagement, tone and tenor, your demeanor, all is fine. Absolutely nothing to suggest on that. Other members can give you some more ideas.
Yes.
थोड़ा सा you have to show yourself more confident.
यस सर।
कई बार आप कुछ चीज़ों को लेके, जैसे कई बार हमारे मन में दुविधा आ जाती है, आप पशुपश में पड़ जाते हो। ऐसा नहीं है। योर रिप्लाई शुड बी, जैसे सर ने बोला कि एवरी टाइम यू नीड नॉट आस्क फॉर सम टाइम, योर रिप्लाई शुड बी स्पॉन्टेनियस। क्योंकि कई बार हमारे सामने जो प्रॉब्लम्स आती है, वी नीड इमीडिएट सॉल्यूशन फॉर दैट।
ओके सर।
ठीक है, तो आपके पास सब्जेक्टिव नॉलेज अच्छी है, ट्राई टू कॉम्प्रिहेंड इट एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल।
यस सर।
दूसरा, बी मोर पॉजिटिव, बी मोर सबमिसिव, यू आर ऑलरेडी देयर, बट थोड़ा सा आपने जैसे अपनी सब्जेक्ट या जो चीज़ें आपने बायोडाटा में लिखी हैं, सर ने आपसे जो क्वेश्चन पूछे फॉर कल्चरल एस्पेक्ट, आप बाहर कैसे उसको ले जा सकते हो, जो जो चीजें आपने लिखी हैं, बिकॉज दैट इज एमर्जिंग फ्रॉम व्हाट यू हैव रिटन,
यस सर।
तो उन चीजों को अच्छी तरह ग्रास्प कर लीजिए, उससे रिलेटेड आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे। जो जो चीजें रखी हैं सबके 10-15 क्वेश्चन आप अलग से बना लीजिए।
यस सर।
इंटरव्यू कब है आपका?
8 अप्रैल।
तो टाइम अब इतना ज़्यादा है नहीं, बट इवन देन थोड़ा सा और ब्रशअप कर लीजिए अपनी नॉलेज को। सर ने आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछे थे 2-3 जो इलेक्ट्रॉन बॉन्ड्स के ऊपर,
बताने चाहिए थे सर।
साईं बाबा के ऊपर, तो दीज आर वेरी कॉमन थिंग्स। और
Yes,
ऐसा नहीं है कि आज ही अखबार में छपा है,
जी सर।
ये
Yes,
बहुत
sir.
सालों से चल रही है ये चीज़ें, ठीक है। तो इन सब चीज़ों को थोड़ा ग्रास करके रखिए। अभी रिसेंटली सीए और उसका भी कुछ एस्पेक्ट चल रहा है,
CA वर्सेस NRC.
यस सर।
तो इनको थोड़ा सा आप ब्रशअप कर लीजिए।
Yes, sir.
अदरवाइज योर प्रेजेंटेशन इज फाइन।
Oh, you made like cooling off period. You made certain point, but जो information, I mean, you can politely disagree with the government. Like the questions पे भी आपने disagree किया on that. What was the issue? CGI in the committee. वो तो in fact आज ही उसका judgment होने वाला है.
Yes,
I
sir.
think ADR issue you will because
they had gone for that.
today the Supreme Court will hear about this. Whether
मालूम है ना ADR क्या आपको?
एसोसिएशन फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक रिफॉर्म्स।
that's an NGO which
कल है tomorrow. Friday के लिए listed.
Friday है? अच्छा
इलेक्शन कमीशन वाला
आज
चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर और जो इलेक्शन कमिश्नर
आज ही है
सिलेक्शन,
आज ही है लगता
आज
है
meeting है।
हेडलाइंस आज है टुडे मुझे लगा कि आज ही है क्योंकि कल सिलेक्शन होना है ना कल तो गवर्नमेंट हैज नोटिफाइड कि कल सिलेक्शन होना है आज
तो लेटेस्ट चीजों को पढ़ो,
मैं पढ़ के
ठीक
आया
है।
अखबार को पूरा।
तो बी
नहीं
कॉन्फिडेंट।
नहीं 15 मार्च को है।
आज 14.
15 को है
कल।
चलो ऑल द बेस्ट हाँ
Yeah, you are very good.
Yes, sir.
I must say, and कुछ चीज दिमाग में आनी चाहिए। अब you take time, कहाँ इंडियंस हैं?
सर
You should not take time on this.
यस सर।
And you know the best celebrity. आपने जो कल ये कहा था, you should be very clear. Celebrity is generally much in news these days.
Yes, sir.
Even in the at a conference they tell you celebrity is not only martial arts, mentally prepares you how to act, especially for the two subjects. No, Lalit sir said, yeah, government servant होते हैं, analysis तो बहुत हो सकती है, कोई decision can be analyzed and it will be wrong.
Yes,
What Nehru said, take, but at that time with the immediacy of that keep in mind.
सर
And you may not know the answer, but how you tackle it.
यस
You tackle करने में हर चीज मुझे सोचना है, like sir said,
Yes, sir.
तो that आप कहीं DM बन गया, हर चीज कलेक्ट CS से ही पूछना है, तो it will be take care about this. You are good.
Anything you want to ask?
सर जब मैं स्टार्टिंग में आया था, इससे पहले वाले मॉक इंटरव्यू में फर्स्ट टाइम हुआ था जब मैंने स्माइल इनकॉर्पोरेट की थी। उससे पहले सब लोग कहते थे बिल्कुल स्माइल नहीं करते। तो सर अभी जब मैं अंदर आया, पता नहीं जब मैं स्माइल कर रहा था मेरा ये पार्ट ऐसे अपने आप ही ऊपर हो रहा था, मेरे को
ऊपर
थोड़ा
हो जाता है, but इसमें आपने बहुत पहले ही कर दिया था।
ओके सर।
अब दरवाजा भी नहीं खोला था, जो चेहरा देख पाए थे वो इफ यू से, but that is the
अरे ये सब कोई नोटिस नहीं कर रहा भाई, तू जो छोड़ो इसको।
वैसे वही था सर, बार बार पता नहीं ऐसे स्किन ऊपर हो
होता
रही थी।
होता
जो होना है होने दो। नेचुरल तुम्हारा मसल मूवमेंट है, क्या कर लोगे उसका? यू वांट टू कंट्रोल दैट?
नहीं सर, मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा था।
उसको ये सब चीजें दिमाग से बाहर निकाल दो। नोबडी केयर्स अ डैम अबाउट इट अनलेस यू
क्या बोल रहे हैं that's important.
यस सर।
unless ki something from your gesture looks awkward to us and objectionable, nobody cares at all about this. We are not here to judge you by your gal ka movement and mooch ka movement. We are able to judge your mind and your personality.
यस सर।
Okay, so don't go for the peripheries. पिछले बार इंटरव्यू बोल दिया टाई थोड़ा टेढ़ा लगा हुआ था, काला कोला, कौन देखता है यार तुम्हें? Who the hell is going to see you?
How you speak and what you speak. That's
That is the only criteria.
जैसे आपका दूसरे आपके जैसे पकड़ा कि कोचिंग सेंटर,
यस सर।
यदि किसी का नजर गया तो जरूर सेकेंडली उसके बारे में पूछेंगे। देन कोचिंग दे हैव जनरली दे डोंट एनकरेज कोचिंग, नन ऑफ देम,
यस सर।
दे आर नॉट वेरी वेल प्लेस्ड। तो आप अपना जॉब बना लीजिएगा। ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा करोगे।
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू सर।